Hi guys, we're gonna go live here in a couple seconds. I'm getting everything ready. So today I am making a tzatziki sauce, and I've done this on my videos before, but you're gonna see it live here. And we are going to get that going because I'm gonna make gyros for dinner tonight. And I'm going to show you, because I had some complaints, I didn't show you the disc that I was using. So let me get that out for you. And you can see this. So I take the holder and I'm using this disc, the shredding grating disc, okay? So I use this for cheese, I use it for vegetables, it just depends. It's going to do our cucumber though. I went to the farmer's market this morning and they had some beautiful cucumbers and some other vegetables which I picked up, and I decided I was going to do the tzatziki. So what I've got here is the cucumber. And I've washed it, processed it, and I'm going to have to make it smaller to fit into the feed tube of my food processor. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the top one. I am using the Cuisinart food processor and love it. I use it for everything. I also have one of the little small ones that I use to chop up my garlic and some of my other things that I need chopped. So we're gonna start off with the cucumber. I'm gonna cut off the ends. I am not going to peel the cucumber. I do not need to peel the cucumber. I'm going to slice it down to make it more manageable to go through this feed tube. Let's see if this is gonna work. Oh yeah, it'll work. So we're gonna get that started and let's do this right now. See how fast this is. I mean, it is just so quick with this. I use the plunger to push. And all I'm gonna need for this tzatziki is one cucumber. You don't need more than that. But there's something special you've got to do with cucumber. So it's ready. There's a few bits and pieces left. Always be careful with these blades because the blades will cut your fingers. I reached in and cut my hand a couple weeks ago. So you must be careful. Grab it from the side and let's put that over by the sink. Let me show you what we've got. There's a couple big pieces, skin pieces, but in general, this is what you've got right here. And what I'm going to do is take a colander, and I've got it lined with cheesecloth. So you can see that right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this right in here. Cucumber has a lot of moisture. And so we wanna make sure that we release some of that moisture. So the colander has the cheesecloth, and we're going to go ahead and wrap that up. Now, if I really wanted to get crazy, I could swing this over. See, it's already dripping. I could swing it over my head, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want liquid on my ceiling. But I'm going to let this sit here. I'm gonna put something heavy on it. Let's see. I'll put a jar of honey on it. There we go. We're gonna drain that. So there's a bowl underneath. It's already collecting the liquid. And we're gonna put it on the side over here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get my fresh lemon. And I like my lemon I don't like to use the bottled lemon all the time. I do use it sometimes. But, so I'm going to press and push. I can put this in the microwave for about 10 or 15 seconds, and that will help to get the juices out of it. But I've mushed it enough to where I think we're gonna be fine. And I'm doing old school here. I'm gonna use this juicer, and I could use my KitchenAid, but I'm gonna go like this. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do this and get my juice out. Now, fresh lemon juice, fresh cucumbers. I'm using Greek yogurt today for this tzatziki, and I'm using dill. Now, my good friend Lane grows dill like crazy. So I asked him, I said, Lane, I can't use that much dill right now. I said, would you please clean it up, give it a good wash, dry it off a little bit, and then bag it up. And so he did that. And so what happens is when I don't have fresh dill in my refrigerator or growing out in my yard, I can go to the freezer, which I did right here, and I'll tell you what it looks like. It dries out basically. And so it's not, it still has that feathery component, but it's not, it's fresh. It's still fresh. So even though it's been frozen, so Lane gave me 2 large bags of it. So I'm so thrilled that I've got dill for a while. Now, I save these. Sometimes I put them in the garbage disposal, and it makes your garbage disposal fresh. If you really wanted to get the zest of this, you could zest these. Let me get a zester here. You could use your zester, and you could zest this prior to, say, squeezing the juice. It's easier to do it when it's a whole lemon, but you can zest it, and you can also put that zest in a little small container, so something like this with a little top on it, and you can have it readily available in your refrigerator when you need it. But I did not do that, so we won't bother with it. Let me go ahead and do the other half here. And we're gonna do the juice of 2 lemons. I don't think we'll need all of it, but we'll do the juice of 2 lemons. So if you have any questions, you can always message me. You can message me via Facebook, on my Facebook, or you can message me here at the YouTube channel. I'll try to get to my messages as quickly as I can. Now this tzatziki is wonderful served with vegetables. So you could put out a bowl of tzatziki and do your vegetable dip. Lovely with carrots, lovely with celery, anything like that. Yucca, you could even do it with yucca if you wanted to do that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this next one started. And I usually don't do lives, I usually do just quick videos, but today, it's such a gorgeous day. I had a great exercise class this morning. My class kicked butt. We had about 39 people in there, and they were ready to roll. All right. Now remember, any seeds will come out with this. These lemons are seedless though, and that makes it a whole lot nicer. Now I learned something. I was watching Rachel Ray the other day. I used to love to watch Rachel Ray, and she squeezed lemons. It was very interesting. She was using the juice, and what she did, instead of squeezing like this, she turned it upside down, squeezed it, and let it go through her fingers. So that's very interesting to do. This is just as simple. Now I've got a bunch of the inside, the pulp, and we're not going to use that. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the side over here. And let's see how much juice our little critters. A little bit of juice. So we're going to keep pressing this. So one day I'll have to show you how I do my own salad spinner. That'll come at another time. The Cuisinart food processor really makes a big difference when you're trying to do something like this. Instead of standing there and grating, make it easy on yourself. You know, it's wonderful to see all of these chefs, and I'm not a chef, I'm a cook, but it's wonderful to see all these chefs in there chopping diligently and that type of thing. I say for a home cook, use something that's going to make it easier on you, especially right now with the kids going back to school. Oh my gosh, you're not going to want to sit there and chop. So I have a variety of choppers. I have a multi-chopper that all I do is I slice an onion up a little bit and just press it, and perfect dice. I mean perfect dice. Or change the blades, perfect slice. So make things easy on yourself. You do not want to be laboring over a stove when the kids are going, okay, Mom, we gotta go to soccer. I'll call her back in a few minutes. But make life easy on yourself. It is just too hard, especially with everybody going back to school this week. So what we've got our lemon juice here, and we've got organic Greek yogurt. Now I love the Kirkland's yogurt. It is very nice. Let me go over here and get another bowl. I should have been a little bit more prepared. I use my bowl for my lemon juice. So I'm gonna put my Greek yogurt right in here. And there's liquid in there, I'm gonna drain that off. I like my tzatziki not runny, a little thicker. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. It's a little bit over a cup. You can find the recipe on my food blog at www.cabeuser.wordpress.com. So I'm gonna put this right in here. There we go. Now, lots of times when I do tzatziki, I just serve it alongside of some beautiful bread, and then I will have marinated some chicken in the yogurt and lemon juice and Greek seasoning, and you can find that on my food blog too. And that Greek seasoning is so yummy on chicken. So marinate your chicken in yogurt with the seasoning, kind of wipe it off a little bit before you grill it because it will stick to the grill. And then grill it. Oh my gosh, really makes it nice. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit over a cup and it's nice and thick. So be sure to get the Greek yogurt. Do not get flavored yogurt. You guys, just get the plain yogurt. Plain, and this is the non-fat. Okay, so get the plain non-fat, or you can go fat, whatever you want to do. We're gonna go ahead and add some garlic. So I've chopped my garlic up. Remember I told you about my little food processor, the little tiny one? I did Indonesian spices in it the other day. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my dill in right now. And I'll let you look at that. All right, you see that? And we're gonna stir that in. There we go. Now, let's see. It says, my recipe says that we need 1.5 tablespoons. So we've got more than 1.5. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. And that's what gives it the tang. It's like, yes, yes. And stir that up. So you may not get to see the end of this because it's gonna take a while longer for this to be ready. So just bear with me. You will probably not get to see all of it. I'll take a picture of it though, and I'll do a couple videos and you can see it later on my videos. All right, look how nice and creamy this is. Okay, see that? Good. Now, of course, y'all are gonna give me grief because I didn't fresh crack my black pepper. You can give me grief. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with black pepper. It's about 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a little bit less. So maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I like to make sure we have adequate salt in this because it needs that flavor balance, that balance with the salt. So that should be about it. That's about a teaspoon. And we'll give that a good stir. Now, it won't taste right because it doesn't have the cucumber. Although cucumber doesn't really have an overpowering flavor. Cucumber does add flavor. So let's give this a little taste. It's got about the right amount of salt. It definitely has the right amount of tang. Make sure we're not leaving anything out. Okay, so all we need right now is the cucumber. And let's see what the progress of our cucumber is. I can tell you the whole cloth is totally damp. Let's see, I'll squeeze it. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? In fact, I'll bring this over here so you can see. This. Sorry, I'm having some construction problems here. All right. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna squeeze. And you will be so surprised at how much liquid is in this bowl underneath. There we go. Almost there. I think we're pretty much good with this. If you have too much liquid from the cucumber, your tzatziki will get watery, and then it'll get nasty. You don't want that. You want a smooth, creamy tzatziki, but not watery. Okay, see, we're still draining that juice. Now I have several different types of cheesecloth. This one is a little bit stronger. So one of the ones I used a few weeks ago, the holes opened up, the cucumber was falling out. It was a little crazy, but okay, we're almost there. It's still coming, it's still happening. Okay, you're gonna get to see this. I'm gonna bring it over in this cheesecloth. Okay, see? We've gotten a good bit of the moisture out. Can you see that? Got a good bit of the moisture out there. Okay? I think we're gonna squeeze one more time. Still moisture coming out. There we go. Now you can do it the slower way and leave something heavy on it, and it'll come out in a couple of hours. I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way and bring this over here. And we are going to drop this cucumber. So it's a one whole cucumber. We're going to drop this cucumber directly into the bowl. There we go. You see that? There we go. This is soaking wet. All right, we'll throw this over by the sink and let me let you see it. And we're gonna give this a good stir. Now, I like a little bit of texture. You know, you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I really like a little bit of texture. The way that I cut this cucumber gives you texture. There are a lot of people on television that will take the grater and they'll grate it like that, and it will not give you the texture that this is going to have. It is always nice, you know, when I do the gyros tonight, they'll have red onion, which is crisp. It won't be cooked, it's raw. And then you'll have fresh tomatoes, and then you'll have that meat, and then you'll have the texture and the creaminess. Oh, so good. I think you'll like it. So what you need to do, like I said, is go on to my food blog at www.cabeUser.wordpress.com and then take a look at the tzatziki recipe. And it's easy. You saw me put it together. The only thing is you got to use your strength to squeeze if you're going to do it that way, or you can do the draining method. And I'm going to give this a taste here because I'm really excited about it. All right. Oh man, I could take some Greek bread right now, put that on there, or do some crackers. That would be perfect. It is tangy. You can hear it crunch. You can hear the crunchiness of it. Tangy with the lemon. It's got that hint of garlic. Now you can leave the garlic out, but I think you need it. You won't have fleas if you eat garlic. That's the old wives' tale. Mark never has fleas. Just saying. But anyway, thank you for stopping in today. Thank you for visiting my live. And I hope you like and subscribe my channel. Stop by and visit me. Visit my food blog. Thank you. Catch you later, guys.